So what is the most effective way to create a lead magnet funnel from scratch? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do right here in this video. My name is Rakeem Madison, and we're going to jump right into the content. All right, so the first thing you want to do when you're creating a lead magnet is you want to go ahead and grab yourself a pen and a pad, right? And the reason that I say this is because we want to go ahead and write down all the problems that our audience is dealing with right now. And so the easiest way for you to do this is I want you to think back to the past when you had all of these struggles that you were dealing with and you found a way to solve those problems, right? So at this particular point where you're trying to teach them, they're going to come up to all of those hurdles that you did. So now as you start to write these problems down because you've already experienced it, guess what? Now you have something as a guide to where you come in your office and you're like, okay, which problem am I going to help them solve today? Okay, that one. All right. So now we get into the process of actually doing the research and we see the data that comes in, and then we go ahead and we create throughout the rest of the steps, which is exactly what I'm about to show you right now. But now what I'm about to show you how to do is the keyword research and how you find like what people actually want. And it's literally going to be 3 words that I use, and it's so quick. All right, so let's check it out. All right, so the first word we're going to use is template. Now I'm sure you're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? It doesn't have anything to do with anything. But this next step that I'm about to show you how to do is literally gonna make it so easy for you to come up with lead magnets. Doesn't matter the space that you're in. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to the matching terms, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come right here to where it says include. I'm gonna input the niche that I'm in, right? So it doesn't matter if I do keto, doesn't matter if I do YouTube, like I'm a YouTube educator, doesn't matter if I'm in real estate, it does not matter. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use YouTube in this case to kind of, explain to you a little bit clearer. All right, so what this is doing, so that you're aware, is it's taking the word template and it's also mixing the word YouTube. So it's finding everything that people are searching for that involves YouTube and template. So now as I go through here, I can see 48,000 people a month are looking for a YouTube banner template. Just think about that for a minute. 48,000 people are searching for that every month. Then if we look right here, YouTube thumbnail template, 2,700 people are looking for that every single month. And then as we continue to go down, you can see that quickly I can make a decision and say, okay, let's go ahead and create a lead magnet based around that thing. And then of course, we'll go ahead and we'll create the content that's going to attract those people that are looking for that specific thing, right? Very powerful, right? So that's the first word. The second word is going to be checklist, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we did. I'll just use YouTube since I used that one, and literally I'm going to type this in, hit enter, and now it's associating YouTube and checklist, and it's going to find me the same data. So YouTube checklist, YouTube video checklist, YouTube SEO checklist. So I can literally create an SEO checklist that shows them exactly how to position their videos up at the top of the search engine. Very powerful. And I'll go ahead and show you the last word that you can use that makes at least this part of the process very simple. So if I type PDF and I do the same thing, I'll go ahead and do YouTube and then PDF. And then now let's give this one is taking a little bit longer than usual. Okay, YouTube PDF, that's not really, very specific. YouTube video planning template. So I could put together a video planning template that kind of walks people through my process on how I go about doing my videos, right? So you see how simple this can be and how you can literally just type in any niche and associate it with how I just showed you here. Of course, there are other tools that allow you to do it like this, but I just really enjoy Ahrefs to be able to do this. All right, so the next step in the process is to actually create the lead magnet. Now what we're going to be using is Google Docs, right? You can use Canva, you can use anything else that allows you to export as a PDF, but for now we're going to focus on Google Docs. All right, so when you come inside of Google Docs, and if you have a Gmail account, you good. All you got to do is just log in with your Gmail and you'll be good to go. Now when you come in here, you're going to see where it says blank right here, right? You want to go ahead and start with a blank. But before you do that, I want you to go ahead and listen to the framework that I'm about to give you. That's going to make this process a whole lot more simpler. All right. So as you can see, I got the name of your lead magnet. And what I typically do right here is I make this the biggest on the page. I usually go somewhere between 34 and 38 font size. And then what I do is I pretty much center it, right? So instead of having it over here, I'll just center it and then I'll just make it kind of stand out either with a different color than, you know, all the other words, I don't spend a lot of time just making this pretty, because that's not what it's about. It's about actually delivering the result for the specific person. All right. Now, this is the framework, so pay very close attention. So what are the steps that they need to take? So you go from the step, you say, okay, this is step number 1 and what you need to do. So let's say I'm doing like a video ranking checklist. So this is the first thing that you do for your ranking checklist. And then if it's something that needs a little bit more explanation, then I'm gonna say, okay, well, this is why this is important, so they can actually get it in their mind, so it'll kind of connect. All right. And that was actually the next step. I kind of jumped ahead, but why are those steps important? So step, why is the step important? And then once you show, okay, this is why it's important, now you need to give them an example of what that step looks like, right? So let me actually go down here so you can see what I'm talking about. So if I say, you know, if I give somebody like one of my YouTube title formulas that I use, and I just say, okay, well, this is the formula, but I don't show you an example of what the formula looks like, then you're kind of left out on a lurch. It's a matter of having them really understand, like, okay, this is the step, this is what makes it important, and this is an example of what it looks like. Now they're gonna be like, man, I'm so appreciative that he actually took the time to do that, because otherwise I would have been looking at something that just literally tells me a step. And I know I kind of went in on that a little bit, but I just really want you to understand what I'm saying. All right. Now, the next thing you want to do, let's say for instance that this right here is actually like my lead magnet, right? Well, what I would want to do is I would want to turn this into a PDF. So I would come up here, I would hit file, and then I would come over here to download. And then right here where it says PDF, I would boom, just turn it right into a PDF. And then I would just hit save, right? So now it's saved as my PDF. So now when I go to it, guess what? Boom, I could just share this as something that generates leads for me as I'm going throughout the process. So the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you over to how to create an opt-in page. So now you can get people going throughout your process. All right, so I'm about to show you how to set up your opt-in page, but what you want to look at on the screen right here is this is actually one of the lead magnets that I created, and you can see that it generated 613 leads using the exact framework that I'm showing you here in this video. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to build out our opt-in page. And what I'm going to do for sake of time is I took the one that's live, the lead magnet that I just showed you that generated the leads, and I just made a quick copy of it, and then I'm going to go over the frameworks that you need to know when you're creating your lead magnet. All right, so I'm gonna click on this lead magnet, and then I'm gonna go to the edit the page. All right, so now boom, I'm inside, and this is how my page is actually set up live. Now let's go over the frameworks. Right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this part off right here, and I'm gonna remove this box right here. And as you can see, it makes it very, very simple for me to make this page and get things rolling. All right, so when it comes to the framework, just look at what I put right here. My secret strategy to rank YouTube videos #1, even if you never ranked a video a day in your life. And this strategy keeps them ranking for years to come. And then there's the button, right? Now the framework, one of the easiest frameworks you could do for whatever problem that you're gonna be solving or whatever your lead magnet is you wanna go with something like this. So you'll do how to get, and then you'll do result, right? So I probably should have put like some brackets around that. So how to get whatever the result is without whatever the frustration is or whatever the hair on fire problem is, right? So I could do how to get result without doing what they hate. All right, so that's the framework. That's one of them. Now another one is how to get the result even if. So you notice that's the one that I used for my specific headline, was how to rank YouTube videos on the first page even if you never done it, in your entire life, right? So that speaks to a specific audience. Now the other one would be how to rank YouTube videos on the first page so you can get more leads, more traffic, leads, and sales for your business. That would be another angle, right? Now let's just go ahead and do a quick example here in the video so we don't spend too much time on it. How to get whiter teeth even if you drink coffee 3 times a day. So who does this speak to? This speaks to a person that drinks coffee a lot, and maybe somebody has told them, hey, coffee is gonna stain your teeth the more you drink it, right? So if that person sees this and they're really worried about it, they're gonna be like, how to get whiter teeth even if you drink coffee 3 times per day? Well, they've known from, all of these people and some of the research that has been coming out that it can stain your teeth. But this page says that I can get whiter teeth even if I do that. That speaks directly to the person. And so that's what you want to do when it comes to your opt-in page. Now with the button, you want the button to associate with what it is, right? So I created another lead magnet that is my YouTube scripting formula. And so when people come to the page, instead of it saying like get instant access, it says give me my script. Because at that point, they don't care that it's your script and you created. They care that, hey, you know, this is my script. I want this script right now. So I associate whatever the button to whatever it is that they, you know, that they're gonna be getting. All right. Now another tip. Now this is a big one, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the button and then I'm gonna go up here to pop-ups. Now with pop-ups, notice the wording. Where shall I send the access links to the course? So it says, where shall I send? Typically, most people, they put a fake email in and they're hoping to see what's on the other side. So how do you get qualified leads? You literally say, where shall I send? Because at that point, if they really, really want it, they're going to put in their real email. Now, some people are going to still try and, you know, try you and see, you know, just to see what's on the other side, but that's cool. You want qualified leads, right? So that's a huge power tip that you want to do when it comes to your opt-in pages, all right? All right, so now that we got our page done, I'm gonna show you the process real quick, and then I'm gonna show you how to structure your welcome email, all right? All right, so here it is, how to get whiter teeth even if you drink coffee 3 times per day. And I went ahead and I added a subheading, and it says, in this hack, keeps them white for years to come. So something to push them over the rail a little bit more, all right? All right, and then right here, we got our button. I need this right now. And so if they want this, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna give you their information, all right? So then I click on the button, and then that person will put their email in here, and then they will hit submit. Now, typically at this point, you wanna send them to a page like this. So this right here is a thank you page. So it says, thanks for getting access to, that's mine's, but you can change it to whatever your lead magnet is. Thanks for getting access to XYZ, or if you're a person that prefers video, you could just do a video that lays out the instructions that you want them to do, right? The things you want them to do next. And then right here it says, now check your email within the next few minutes to confirm. That way they have to go to their email. So if they put the wrong email in at this point, that's on them, right? They didn't really want it. All right, so boom, we got our thank you page. Now let's go over this framework for the welcome email. So typically what you want to do once you set this up inside of your email marketing system is you want to go, hey, first name, if that's what you asked for. So if you asked for the first name in the email, then you could do this. But if you didn't ask for the first name, then you could just put, hey, it's Rakeem, right? So notice it says your name. So whatever your name is, or whatever your brand is, or your YouTube channel, or however you want to do it, let them know, hey, this is that person, so they can associate that with, hey, I just put my information into that person's page. And then right here it says from where they found you. So where did they find you at, right? So in my case, it would have been from YouTube. So what I would put here is, hey, XYZ, it's Rakeem from YouTube, to bring that together, right? And then it says, as promise, here's the lead magnet. So boom, I gave them what they wanted, right? So that's where the trust is built. You delivered on what you said that you was gonna give. So you give that to them, and then you say also. Now this is not like word for word. You don't have to do it exactly like this, but this is just a framework that you can use to kind of structure your welcome email. Now then I say also, and then it says expectation moving forward. So what are the other expectations you wanna, lay out to them that they can be expecting as far as like on this email list besides the lead magnet that you just sent? So as you can see right here, every week or so, I'll continue to send you even more valuable tips to help solve the problem that they opted in for. So you never want to give people stuff that they didn't sign up for. You know what I mean? Like if they signed up to learn how to run a 2-mile faster, you don't want to give them stuff on how to eat strawberries faster, right? And I know that was probably a bad example, but I just want to kind of lay it out that you never want to do that. And I see a lot of people that do that. They get people to sign up and talk about completely different things, right? And you don't want to be the person to do that. You want to actually give the people what they want. So now that you know how to create a lead magnet, the next step is to get traffic to it. So I want you to watch this video next, because it's going to teach you step by step exactly how I drive an unlimited amount of traffic to anything that I promote.